recording. Okay. So thank you, Nikki, for talking to me about your box of cards that you kindly purchased.
Welcome.
And we knew that you were a spring, so you had the tan box, which is some of the cards are spring specific.
Yeah.
So I'd just like to ask you, you haven't given me any feedback so far. So the first question is, what was your first impression of the cards?
Well, first of all, I opened it up and because I'm the type of person that likes to digest everything in one go. So I read through all the cards and thoroughly enjoyed it. I haven't read anything like that since I was probably a teenager, when my mum used to buy books on makeup and clothes and stuff, and I used to nick them and read them in my bed at night when I was about 14. So it was really lovely, actually, just to take a bit of time and think about me. And I'm of a certain age, so it's quite nice to just take that time out and have a think when things are changing. And you know images, it's something that affects how you feel about yourself, doesn't it? It affects your confidence, and affects your when you're in a professional environment, how you feel. So it was really nice to just take that time out and just read through and think about myself, but not just the colors, the different necklines, the makeup, the all the little tips and things that you give in there. I just thought were really lovely and very what's the word I'm looking for? Self-care.
Oh, that's nice to hear. So, was there anything that you didn't understand in the cards?
No, I thought it was all really easy to digest and really easy. You didn't use too many fancy sort of specific terminologies or anything like that. It was all, user friendly, and something that you could, layman's terms, I suppose, is the word I'm looking for. So yeah, it was really, really helpful.
And do you think there's something that you can, pick up again in the future now you've digested them all in one go?
Definitely. I've been constantly dipping in and out of them, actually, and I really like the little bit about the colors in different seasons, and the matching different colors together and different tones of colors and that sort of thing. It's really it's inspiring, because you get a bit stale in your kind of what you think you are and what you think you see, and so it's really nice to be a little bit more adventurous.
Mm. Oh, excellent. So that was actually the purpose why I've designed them. So it's great that that seems to be, what it was for you. Was there much information that was new, or was it just a reminder of things?
I've always been very interested in what to wear, beauty care and all of that sort of thing. So I wouldn't say that there was anything that was totally new, but it was a great reminder, because you do forget, and you don't tend to think about these things. So it was just nice to take you through step by step, and just to think about each individual aspect of your kind of presentation, and to just to remind you of kind of things that you'd probably forgotten or just hadn't thought about in, I don't know, however many years since I last thought about that sort of thing. So yeah, I found it really quite liberating, and just yeah, it made me feel good. And I've had loads of compliments since I started following all of these, and it makes you feel so much better. And it does matter, not for anybody else, but for yourself and for your own confidence and how you feel about yourself.
Oh, that's music to my ears. That really is. So is there anything that was missing from the box that you would have liked in there?
No, nothing jumped into my mind that I felt should have been there
Mhm.
at all. I thought it was really comprehensive, actually.
So I am planning in the future to add a few cards of different things. Yeah. So if and when they take off, that's my plan. So in future, it wouldn't be necessarily buying another box. It would just be adding, 2 or 3 different cards, just like you say, to keep me thinking in different
Yeah,
aspects. Because
good idea.
21 tips and ideas is not everything.
No, it sounds like a good idea.
So, but you bought the box and the contents on this occasion, and you paid the price. I've just slightly increased the price actually. So, what did you think about what you paid for what you got?
I mean, I thought it was pretty competitive because, you know, at the end of the day, that's what you would pay for a book,
Mhm.
you know, a nice book, and it's in a nice box. Got it here,
Mhm.
nice box, and it's hardbacked, and you know, it's very tactile and beautifully done. It's like pearlized, isn't it? So, um, and it's easy. You can pop it in your handbag. It's not heavy or anything. So I thought it was, yeah, I thought it was good value for money.
Excellent. Okay, so one of the other things about the box is that I'm hoping it will prompt somebody, if they're not sure about something, to go back to their image consultant. So that's the idea. I mean, obviously there's a limit to what you can put on a little card.
Yeah.
You know, so it's really about, you know, in terms of personalizing the information for you. You know, it is about then thinking, well, I don't know enough from this little card. It's prompted me to think about it, but maybe I should go and talk to my consultant again. Is that something you think that it might do?
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I think you would. I mean, I can't think of any specific examples, but maybe the makeup. Yeah, maybe the makeup, because when I was looking through this, um, it mentioned about, you know, trying a different. I find lipstick always a really difficult thing to get right.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, I think you're right. I think it probably would, and hair color and you know, maybe even hairstyles. You know, it's something that, you know, styles for face shapes and glasses styles for face shapes as well, I think are possibly something that, you know, people would benefit from help. But I know I would. Yeah, you
That's
don't
where,
know when you, yeah,
yeah, that's where I was thinking about going down the more personalized route. So
yeah,
at the moment,
good
there's, you
idea.
know, four seasons or four tonal boxes, and you've got the help on thinking more laterally about colours. But
Yeah,
then somebody else mentioned to me that maybe the face shape or the body shape, you know, obviously
yes,
there's different sort of categories of that, as it were. So that's where you would then say, oh, I've got this face shape and I've got that body shape, and those would
yeah,
be the extra cards. And then what can that mean for me? So yeah.
yeah, that sounds like a very good idea. Very good.
Hmm. Well, unless there's anything else you want to add, that's very kind of you. I mean, I suppose the other thing is just, would you recommend them to people?
Oh,
Um,
definitely, definitely, because you forget, like I say, you forget about all of this. You know, you might have, you know, you might have learnt these things throughout your life. I mean, I'll be 49 this year, so you know, I've done a lot of that. I've always been interested, always read magazines, you know, so you do come across this information. But you know, being you know, working, being a mum, being a wife, being, you know, all these different things to different people, you sort of forget about yourself. So
yeah.
you know,
Mm,
it's a really good way to kind of just to take a step back and to think about it, and also your style changes over time.
mm. So, one of the ideas that I had about promoting the boxes and having a bit of fun along the way is to have a card party. So the host would get the box of cards and then invite, you know, three, four, whatever of your girlfriends. And then you could pick out one or two cards that we could go into for a half an
Oh,
hour or so, and then
good idea.
explore a little bit extra of it. So is
Yeah.
that something that maybe you might think you have some friends that would be interested in as well, perhaps?
Do you know what? I would love to say yes, but all my friends are dotted all around the country. So
Well, I think it would work
um,
on Zoom. I do think it
it
would work on Zoom,
probably
actually.
would actually, wouldn't it? There's more chance that I'd get people on Zoom than in real life, unfortunately, because I've moved around, so I don't have a group of sort of girlfriends in the local area,
Mm.
which makes me sound like a bloody no mates, but
I
but
mean, it
yeah,
might be a way of
if it
connecting with them, you know, just a bit of fun.
Yeah, no, I think for me a Zoom one would work. I've got, you know, friends like I say across the country that would probably find it, you know, interesting to do it via Zoom. Just not so many in the local area.
Well, perhaps we should give that a go then.
Yeah, definitely.
Think about it. Anyway, well, that's very kind of you, and yeah, thank you very much for your feedback. If there's
It's a
anything else that
pleasure.
occurs to you, do let me know. It's I have been collecting lots of feedback, not just how nice they are, but also what things I could do to improve and what have you. So if there is anything that occurs to you, that'd be gratefully received.
I will let you know, but honestly, I've really enjoyed them, and I just think they're really helpful, and just a nice way to sort of spend a bit of time on yourself.
Lovely. Okay, Nikki, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I can stop the recording.